Alright, 7th graders, lesson 68, Algebraic Addition. And we want to talk about a few things. If you recall, when we see those numbers there, we think of the absolute value because the absolute value is how far away from 0 are those two numbers. So if we create a number line, we can see that they're both 3 places away from 0. And that's why we say positive 3 and negative 3, they are the opposite of each other. We can read negative 3 as the opposite of 3. And we can also say the opposite of negative 3 is a positive 3. So two negatives make a positive. So we're going to be looking at those things here with our math today. If we have 7 minus 3, we know that equals 4. But a second way to solve this is to use algebra. 7 plus a negative 3 will also equal 4. Both of those are exactly the same thing. So we both get an answer of a positive 4. Okay. You can also use algebraic addition to simplify this problem. And we're going to have a little bit different one, so we'll use a different color here. Instead of subtracting 3, now we want to add 3, so we want 7 minus the opposite of a negative 3. So the opposite of a negative 3 is a positive 3, so these two negatives in a row become positive, and 7 plus 3 equals 10. And again, the simpler way of writing that is 7 plus 3 equals 10. And this is the way that we're used to, but this way and this way here are the ways that we're going to start using them to solve algebraic problems. So let's look at example 1. We've got negative 3 minus a negative 2. So I'm going to rewrite this. Negative 3, and then two negatives in a row make a positive. And if I want to, I can make a little number line down here to help myself. Make this 0, 2, and 4. Negative 2, negative 4. So I am starting. So I go to start at 0 and I go to negative 3. Because that's what I have at the beginning. And then I got to go positive 2. And that brings me here to negative 1. So my answer will be negative 1. Negative 3 minus a negative 2, which is what we had up here. But then we change that to plus because two negatives in a row make a positive. Negative 3 plus 2 is a negative 1. Alright, let's look at example 2. Minus a negative 2 minus 5. The opposite of a positive 6. Alright, so I should rewrite this then. Down below, I've got these two negatives in a row make a positive, so I got a positive 2 minus 5 minus positive 6, which will be minus 6. Order of operations, say I should do this from left to right. So a positive 2 minus 5. So again, I can make a number line 0, 1, 0, 2, 4, 6. Negative 2, negative 4, negative 6. Alright, so I've got a positive 2. So I go from 0. Positive 2, and I go negative 5, so that's negative 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I go, so that's at negative 5 here, or negative, that's negative 5, so I'm actually at negative 3 we see down here. And now I need to go negative 6 more. My number line's not big enough there. 7, 8, 9. But I'm at a negative 3 minus the negative 6 will put me at that negative 9 way out there. So my answer here is a negative 9. You don't need a number line to solve it. You can say positive 2 minus 5. That will be negative 3. Negative 3 minus 6. That will be a negative 9. Sometimes it kind of helps to close your eyes as you're saying those numbers and see that number line in front of you to answer them. That's it for today. You can get started on your lesson practice.